What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound, and I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, lost in the mix with the Conclave Arcana presale and upcoming general sale hype, the new cards that are coming out, Midnight Potions and land, is Vouchers. And I really want to zero in on this because we are now in an interesting position where we're like a month and a half, maybe closing in on like 2 months of the Keeling Gains phase. And in June, we should be getting the next voucher promo card. This will be the fourth one and will kind of close out the year, right? And bring us to September when this all began. So what I want to focus on with this, first and foremost, is the voucher price and value. It has been surprisingly, or it's been surprisingly high, right? It's held its value more than I was expecting, but we're now seeing quite a solid pattern here. And I just want to give a shout out to two people real quick, I want to give two shout outs. Let's put it that way. First, to B Jangles for proposing this, right? We've given Vouchers a streamlined utility. It seems to be working out very well. And then to the team for actually delivering on that, right? Yes, there was a little bit of a hiccup with Mana Warden when it first came out. First with the LPs, and then Mana Warden just, you gave like 80% of its value at 1 BCX, so people didn't really buy into it. But with Ulfgar, we saw a lot of people get excited. New ability with Keeling Gains, we saw, a lot of people are getting into that card as well. So overall, we are seeing a very positive trend here. And each time, right, especially successively over the last two cards, we see Vouchers hit a new local high. And then when they drift back down, they don't go back down to the lows that they were previously. And we're seeing that once again here. Now, I'm not saying this is not financial advice. I have no idea what's going to happen with Vouchers. But I'm looking at this. It's like a penny and a half, which is double where we used to be when things were at their lowest point, I think, for Vouchers, right? So overall, to me, this is a very positive sign. And really, the only takeaway the only insight that I can gather from this as to why it would be happening the way that it is people like the cards, and they understand now that this is the cadence, this is the rhythm, which means that they're no longer just selling their vouchers in between, right? So when these new cards come out, and the team has done pretty good about keeping it every 3 months or so, but when these new cards come out, you have two options, right? If you're stacking your vouchers, you can either go and get the cards that you want, right? Because now you have enough vouchers, you can burn them all on day one and start playing with the card, or you can choose to sell them at a premium there because you know now that people will be buying vouchers at that time. So at this point, we're getting less sellers in between, folks that are different from myself, right? I still sell my vouchers every day, but that's usually for DEC or to buy packs or whatever it is. So, but we're just seeing less selling pressure overall, less selling volume overall. And that makes sense, right? For a lot of the folks that now like these cards, that understand the value, this is what it comes to, right? This is really what it comes down to. And for many people, especially if you have the ability to go and get 25 cards at once, if you want to chase those gold foils, that's where the magic, I think, really happens. And so people are understanding that. And rather than buying vouchers off the marketplace when they're at a premium or trying to time the lows of like the lull period, right, which would kind of be now, considering that we're about a month and a half away, instead of trying to time it, it's just like, oh, let me just stack whatever I have, right? Sure, I can buy more if I need them. But for a lot of folks that have either, a good amount of SPS staked or a good amount of node licenses or both, right? They're just going to keep collecting their vouchers and have no need or desire to sell during these middle periods, right? Now, at the end of the day, we're still seeing a steady decline in the voucher value. At least according to this chart, it topped over 3.5 cents, which I don't remember seeing, to be honest with you. But, if it did, even just for a day or two, that's kind of awesome. But at the end of the day, if we continue on this route, and one thing that I haven't checked, but I don't know if the Keeling Gains print rate was there. Let's see if it's now available. Nope, still not here. But somebody said I can check it out on Peak Monsters. I just wasn't able to find it. So if you know where to check for the total BCX printed on Peak Monsters, I would appreciate it. Just let me know in the comments section below, and we can start to see where vouchers are at overall, because I think they may have taken voucher data down. Let's go to Splinter cards. But either way, the only thing that, where everybody's really tracking is how many cards or how many vouchers or what the value of vouchers are. Yeah, we don't have voucher. we don't have voucher information here. Man, so much of the data is changing now, but hopefully we can get better data integrity across all the tokens, not just SPS, although I do appreciate that we have much more visibility on SPS now, but would love to get that on DEC. And then, of course, vouchers being the stepchild. I want that on vouchers as well. So that's really all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How are you interacting with your vouchers differently now, or vouchers on the marketplace if you're interacting with them differently? Because, again, we're seeing a very positive sign here. Even though the last couple of cards have been inflationary technically for vouchers, I think we're still seeing more more of these cards getting bought, more vouchers being used in that way. And I would say that, at the end of the day, like, we're just not seeing them sold at the same rate. Maybe people are holding on to them for whatever reason, or they're throwing them into the LPs, but that sell pressure isn't hitting the way that it used to. And to me, that's a really positive sign, even if vouchers are still infinitely inflationary, but hopefully that does change in the near future. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.